Porzingis off-season surgery, but they spent a lot of time without him and in the playoffs last year.
As we look at the Denver Nuggets, yes, with Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, of course they are a championship contender. What Michael Malone wants to figure out in this preseason is, what does the supporting cast look like?
Absolutely, and you see Christian Braun there in the start of it. You ask a lot of teams, you can ask the Warriors about what that felt like, but for the Nuggets, they're relying a lot on what some of he knows the small nuances of how to use his body, clearing up lanes. It's a fun part to watch about the Nuggets with their spacing.
Jaylen Brown answers right back.
And the Nuggets are an interesting team to that point. The cutting actions, the passing ability of Jokic, but they were last in the league in three-point attempts, and so they lost a lot of their higher volume three-point shooters in a KCP, in a Reggie Jackson, even
a preseason.
Let's go, Johnny. We're ready. We're ready.
So exciting. Out of the timeout. That three a little bit long, and Holiday comes up with it and hoists. In and out, and the third effort, Jayson Tatum.
Again, it being the preseason, in particular for some of the length of the summertime that Boston has spent with guys playing, what those rotations look like, how quickly these coaches are going to get players in and out. Unit. And we had already mentioned, yeah, Peyton Watson's guys that get out and run. You won't see him here today, but how that looks like with the fitness of the play.
Down to Tatum. See the starters. Get about a quarter of action, not a little more. Jayson Tatum. No.
With him on the floor, Michael Malone, we saw Christian Braun starting, and that's the anticipated fifth starter with this group, but he had also mentioned Strother having out is something he can do, and that's the expectation for him to add that type of spacing for the second unit.
29th pick in the 2023 draft. That is just
schedule, which is great to see. And already had mentioned that the Celtics spent a lot of time without him last year.
Oh, a vicious rejection by Brown from bring Denver. Now Brown flying in! Jaylen Brown! Saric, shot clock down to 8. Chance to go 2 for 1 here for Denver. Russ got his man in the air, kick out, and that is good. Everybody in for Denver right now, all off the bench. Highlighted by Russell Westbrook. Strother, that's season game by seeing the sweat come off his face. He only knows one speed.
That's how I feel sitting next to you.
Got it.
Yeah, and you look at the resume otherwise, it's got everything else to go along with it, and that's a missing piece.
Nice pass. That's Russ just cooking up defense on Tatum. Jokic kicks to Murray. As the starters, some of them are back in. Jokic turning. He switched hands, and he just finds new ways.
Oh, he got some tricks.
Yes. That nickname is perfect for him, and always fun first half.
It has been, and these guys, there's always a ramp-up period. You're stepping on the court, you're getting yourself ready. Again, it is preseason. Like, are there some players that can crack into that? And we've seen Xavier Tillman Sr. stepping in, playing that fine spot.
Joker took a hit.
Variability of how Boston may want to play, and they've done some with a smaller lineup.
And there's Jay Gordon. 2 for 1 opportunity here for Denver. Jokic hits.
That's tough. And Jaylen Brown, who also...
That is straight out of Hollywood and absolutely special. Now here's Jokic on the timeout. Nikola Jokic has heated up in this.
There's some new faces here, getting a little bit more run as I'm sure he tries to expand in his 4th year. 25 years old. He had spent his first 3 years with Sacramento and a lot of time with
DeAndre Jordan.
And that's the fun part and the biggest impact throughout the course of these next couple of weeks for a lot of these players and teams.
Russell Westbrook with a pair of triples. Walker, Lonnie Walker the 4th. That's great defense, and Denver has it in a 3-point game. TJ Hall with the defense. Attacking in
motion and has an opportunity for 3 at the line. Young intentionally trying to miss. To do both offensively, defensively. And I think that's the interesting part, especially for a lot of these players, what role they would play if they are a part of the rotation. And it's about doing the little things, attention to detail, what the coaching staff is looking for.
J.D. Davison puts it away, and the reigning world champion
players, some new faces, and also some others, given the cores of these teams, both teams intending to compete for an end. The journey does start now, and for a lot of these players, whether it's about getting themselves begins.
Jayson Tatum with 12